to start this video off in vehicle mode because, well, I want to. I want to save the main event till the very end because it's truly special. There is a lot to talk about with this figure. But before I get into that, I do need to get some YouTube-y stuff out of the way. Sorry, but don't worry, it's quick. But as I mentioned before, I was asked a bunch, and so I have opened a P.O. box. It is box 301, located at 701 Rossland Road East, Whitby, Ontario, L1N 9K3. I'll put it on the screen. Rules are no money, no food, nothing obscene. Thanks. You can send stuff there if you want. If you do not want to, you do not have to send things there. But it is open in case you want to. With that out of the way, oh, and people seem to like the unboxing and first impressions of Perfect Effect Prime. I don't know how to speak English. So tomorrow I will have Naval Commander's unboxing and first impressions video up for you guys to enjoy. Now on to the truck of this thing. It is glorious. It is a big old fire truck, and I mean it's very big. Just for a perspective here it is next to Kingdom Rodimus's trailer. Because I really don't feel like transforming Kingdom Rodimus at the moment, I'm very tired. But it is large, and it does a lot. So it has lights and sounds, but I don't have AAA batteries on hand to show you. It makes siren noises and stuff, and the sounds change per mode, which is pretty cool. The ladder is where most of the gimmicks lie in this mode. The switch here at the back can flip the 4 cannons up, and they can be fired. I'm not going to fire them because I don't want to lose them. You can also flip this little switch here at the front, and that springs 2 water cannons forward. Oh, and the ladder can extend. Jesus, it's long. It's huge. It's impressive how long this thing goes. I didn't even know it extended until like the day after I bought it, and I'm like, oh, the ladder actually extends. It also rotates and goes up and down. The only thing that bugs me about this figure in fire truck mode are 2 issues I have. One, the cab on mine either never likes to stay in place or never wants to come untabbed, and there's no in between. And the combined head is just kind of there. It's just like, oh, hello, peekaboo mode right here. Oh, and one issue I should mention is the rubber tires like to crack due to age. That's kind of annoying, but they do stay on. I've only got 1 cracked tire. I do really like the way this fire truck looks for the most part. It's a big and fairly solid. Like I said, mine has issues staying together closer to the front, but that might just be because mine was used, but it is a fairly solid vehicle mode. Oh, and again, I will just repeat myself. The truck is large. Transforming this into small prime is literally just ripping the front of the truck off and transforming that. The gun stores underneath, so you can drive the front of the truck by itself, which is pretty neat. The rest of the toy can become like a half-assed base mode thing, but Little Prime. Little Prime is definitely one of my least favorite Prime designs personally. Not as bad to me as RiD 2015 Prime, but it's up there. But even for me, not liking the design, there are still a lot of aspects about this that make it a good and formidable figure. Like, all the joints are super solid, even after being 20 years old. The paint and the chrome seems to have held up pretty well. There's only a couple of chrome chips on mine. The clear plastic isn't broken either, which is a really nice sign. Even though I call this small prime, he ain't even that small. He has this little tiny gun though, that's small, and it's got a wheel on the top. The gun looks weird, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of the weapon they gave him. Posing is pretty good, especially for a figure of this age. He's got ankle pivots, waist joints. Even if you mistransform it, there's an ab crunch. I'm pretty content with the posing of this figure. Even though it's like super old, it's still really, really good. The base mode is okay. I mean, base modes are just thrown into figures and are just meh, and this is really just meh. But it kind of does the job. The head is just right there. It's annoying, but I'm just gonna head straight to the main event. Combining the rest of the truck into Prime is very easy. Everything locks and pegs into place, and the end result, this is my favorite official Optimus Prime toy. The presence and the size of this thing, the chunkiness and the feel, and even the look. I like how all of those aspects work together to make this thing come across as being amazing. It's a look not suited for everyone, but it's fun and interesting, and it's absolutely massive. Just standing there, it looks impressive. The sheer presentation of the figure just oozes amazingness, and it's such a treat for sure. The posing on this guy is pretty good too for the size. He has a lot of joints. He could use some ankle bits, but you know, 2001, I can understand that. All the joints are really solid and hold up the toy, but aren't too tight or annoying to move, so that's really nice to see. The ladder can also be used as extra stability if needed to get it into some poses where it's like leaning forward or leaning back. You can use the ladder to kind of just stabilize it, which is a really nice touch. You can also flip the ladder forward and pop all the weapons out. He can do the missiles, the fire hose, whatever. He can extend it, but it'll probably just fall over. But he can flip the ladder forward, which is really cool. And like, he weighs a lot too. This thing is big, heavy, chunky. It's a lot of fun just to look at alone, let alone mess with if you're bored. I definitely say get one of these if you can find it for a decent price, because I'm super happy with this purchase. A couple of my buddies know that I've been sitting on one of these for ages. I've been like, I want it. I really want it. My buddy has a sealed Korean box Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus from RiD 2001, and I considered getting those, but thankfully my buddy Nick, hi Nick, talked me out of it because they're 150 bucks each sealed, which is not a bad price in Canadian dollars, but it's still expensive. But I got this one for 40, so I'm much happier with that. But that's been my look at RiD 2001 Optimus Prime. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if Instagram is up and running after what happened on Monday. Geez, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.